This is not my war. This is our war. And you all didn't start it. The establishment started it. But I will tell you one thing. You all are going to finish it. There's a time and season for everything. And right now, it's a season of war against a GOP establishment.
Steve Bannon over the weekend saying he's going to war with the GOP establishment. We saw it in Alabama. Today, President Trump said Bannon has a lot of good points, but he's going to try and work with Mitch McConnell in the interim. Here with reaction to all of this, the author of the best-selling book, Defeating Jihad, the Make America Great Again Coalition chief strategist and former deputy assistant to the president, Sebastian Gorka, and former Obama economic advisor, close friend of Hannity, Austan Goolsbee is with us. Austan, I know you're going to like a little of this, but your party has zero vision, and when there's no vision or insight, the people perish. So we've already perished under Obama. I want to say this. I'm with Steve Bannon in this sense. We can't lose control of the House and Senate. But if Mitch McConnell can't do his job, go. Get out. And let's not elect people that aren't bold and going to fight to get the job done. What they did on health care was a disgrace.
Just look at the last 9 months. What has the GOP establishment done for this president? On November the 8th, the people of America chose. They chose a person who was anti-establishment, who had a very clear message. Obamacare, national security, the economy, the border. What's happened? What has the GOP done? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But there's something amazing that's happening on climate, on trade, on... Look what he did last week on health. What he did last week, the president, on his own on health care, was brilliant, and it's going to help every American. You form an association, then you have the benefit of corporations. It's buying power, buying across state lines, not subject to ACA or state rules.
It's stunning. After the speech that Steve and I gave...
by the way, your speech was great.
Thank you, Sean. I sat down with about half a dozen true Trump White House people afterwards, a block away from the White House. And I said to them, so who's giving the president advice on Obamacare, on the JCPOA? And they said, you know what? Nobody. He's getting the opposite advice, and what's he doing? Like a steam train. He's blasting through.
He's dismantling the entire Obama legacy, almost single-handedly. Now, Austan, I know you're probably happy. You think Republicans
guys got
are
to
fighting.
Get out more.
I got a question. I got a question for you. What is the Democratic vision for the country? What do they want to do for the country? Give us the top 5 items. Go.
Look, I think what they want to do, what they should want to do.
What are the top 5?
There's an argument within the Democratic Party. Number one, restore wage growth to working people in the country.
You mean like Obama did? Okay, 2.
Yeah, in the last 3 years of Obama, the middle class wages going up.
Yeah,
2,
only 13 million more in food stamps, 8 million more in poverty. Keep going. What's number 2?
No, Sean, you're quoting numbers from 3 years ago.
I'm quoting numbers for the 8 years of Obama. God forbid I keep them accountable.
Maintain the expansion of health care.
Oh, grow Obamacare. It's not bad enough. All right, more Obamacare, too. What's number 3?
Can we get this guy to run for office? It would be great. It would be great for us.
I'm run from office.
What's number 3?
My point is, with President Obama and with President Bush and with President Clinton, all 3 of them had major legislative accomplishments in their first year. Donald Trump has none.
Well,
he's got both houses of Congress, and he's fighting with his own party. It makes no sense.
But I actually think it's healthy. I'm going to tell you why. And Dr. Gorka, I think politicians are all governed by fear. I saw a very fearful Mitch McConnell today, and I think the reason Gorka got out is he knew he was going to get primaried, and I saw that's why he's now lashing out.
The winds of change. They're worried. This weekend, Steve's speech, my speech, we rattled their cage, and this is the right message to send. Because you know what,
John,
the left does what they do, and that's fine. That's okay. We expect the left to do that for ideological reasons. But when our side that says they have our values gets elected and then betrays us and does nothing in Capitol Hill, that's the bigger obstacle.
You know what? You know one truth, and I'll say this to Austan. Austan, I will give your party credit. You guys stick together through thick and thin, and there's not one person that wavers. Republicans aren't like that, so I concede. What are the other 3? What are the other 3 big vision? Expanding Obamacare and fulfilling Obama's economic disaster. What's the other 3?
How can you not dwell on the fact that the Republican governors have now come out and said what Donald Trump's proposing on health care would be catastrophic for their
Excuse me.
states. They're begging them, please don't do this.
Corporations have had this exemption since 1974, where they can buy, because they have offices in different cities, they're not subject to state rules or Obamacare rules. They can buy in bulk at lower prices, better plans across state lines with more competition, including cooperatives, health savings accounts.
So let's have some bipartisan ideas. Don't just go light everything you can see on
like
fire.
The Democrats
Even
do.
Republicans are saying
name one
this is a bad
Democrat
idea.
that's going to support President Trump. You guys just oppose him because he breathes.
They won't support President Trump.
If he gave every American $1 million, you'd
because
hate
it's
him.
not thought through. Even Republicans are saying this approach is
they say
deeply
he can't
mistaken.
swim, right?
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
exactly.
Come on.
If he walked on water, they'd say he can't swim. But he can't give us the 5 ideas because Obama failed spectacularly.
Can I just mention one thing? I went on
swimming.
Fox Business earlier today, and I said, look at the economy. We've just broken, the last 28th record? The host had to say, no, we just broke the 46th record.
Well, you had to be Lou Dobbs.
No, it's actually...
Guys, you just lost jobs for the first time in some 7 years.
47 records. Historic records. And that's good for everybody. You don't have to have shares. Your 401k, if you've got a retirement plan, you're making money. We have increased by a quarter the wealth of the stock market.
By the way, Austan, you were part of the foundational team that for the Obama economy. How is it he's the first president in American history to accumulate more debt than every other president before him combined, A, and B, never reach in 1 year,
that's not correct.
Never reach 1 year of his presidency 3% GDP growth and doubled the debt?
There is one significant break from the Obama legacy that I will admit, and that is in the time that Donald Trump has been in office, job creation has been about 20% lower than it was
a million
last
jobs
year
in 8
under
months? What are you
President
talking
Obama
about? A million new jobs in 8 months?
I don't know that you...
Wake up. Where are you living? Chicago, that's why.
Just look at the numbers, Sean. We've added about 1.1 million jobs. We had added 1.4 million at this point.
The people on the outside, Steve, myself, the Make America Great Coalition, we are dismantling Obama's disastrous legacy brick by brick. Join us.
I'm in. McConnell, get on board or get out of the way.